Hello, my friend. Thank you for being here today. My name is Crystal Waddell. You are listening to Knowledge Vomit with Crystal Waddell. And today we are going to be talking about using Jasper.ai to create a marketing plan. So if you are a Shopify store owner and you're a little bit bogged down with all the other stuff you have to do besides actually get people to understand that you exist on the internet, this is going to be a great video for you because at the very least, you're going to get some ideas that are going to get you jump started. And it always starts with just one idea. Okay. So maybe think about one idea that was generated here today using Jasper, not off the top of my beautiful, brilliant head, right? But using Jasper, I was able to create a marketing plan with a bunch of different ideas that I can implement that actually make sense for selling for my business. Okay. So here are the elements of Jasper's plan for me that you can steal for you. All I did was I put into Jasper, I said, create a marketing plan for my product because I sell photo props and we're transitioning from the year 2023 to the year 2024. Jasper spit all of this out for me. And then I went to this new AI spreadsheet tool called beautiful.ai. And I made this presentation for you. Okay. So here are the 6 elements of Jasper's plan for me. Number 1, unique selling proposition, where I need to highlight the unique aspects of the product that we sell. And you can do it too. Number 2, target customer. I need to identify who I'm actually going to try and sell it to. Number 3, messaging and communication. These are the strategies that emphasize the benefit of your product. Now, benefits are different than features. Tells you like how long it is, how big it is, how thick it is, how much it weighs, how much, what it's made of, that type of stuff. Benefits are how it makes people feel or what result they're going to get after using it. So it's really important to understand the difference between features and benefits. But then Jasper tells me these are the marketing channels. These are the places that you can spread the word about your product to get the right people to buy it. Then we're going to talk about budget allocation, because if you can start from the beginning allocating money for some ad spend, you're going to be a lot better off. You won't feel like you're wasting money if it's budgeted, even if it's like $1 a day. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And then the last thing is measurement and optimization, because obviously we have to see if it's working and that type of thing. And stick around till the end and I'll tell you what comes next after you actually have a marketing plan. Okay. Right. So Jasper wrote all of this. Okay. I said, this is what I need. Jasper spit it out and told me, number 1, your unique selling proposition. So I said, Crystal, your photo props are durable, versatile, and timeless. And people should discover the unique benefits of our 2024 collection of wooden studio photography props. And this is just a stock photo. Okay. But our 2024 collection of wooden studio photography props are designed to be durable, versatile, and timeless. These features make them ideal for senior photographers in schools who need props that will last and look great in any setting. So we had a little bit of foreshadowing there, right? Because now we're going to talk about number 2, the target customers. Again, generated by Jasper. Thank you, Jasper. And because I've been in business for almost 10 years, oh my gosh, it's going to be 10 years in November. I was like, dude, Jasper totally got it. So target customers are the customers that value high quality, reliable, and stylish props for their shoots. And so I'm like, yes, that's so correct. So first we've got senior photographers. That's right. We've got photography studios, also correct. And then we've got schools. This is perfect. These are the 3 people that I can focus on creating messaging for to tell them about my product and say, hey, you're going to love these things and you should totally buy our props. So props to Jasper for generating this. All right, number 3. So let's talk about messaging and communication strategies. Again, all generated by Jasper. Thank you very much. So Jasper says that I need to develop messaging, and this is probably true for you as well in relationship to your product, but I need to develop messaging that emphasizes the benefits of our prop collection to the target audience. So these benefits are like improving the quality of senior portraits, enhancing the overall photography experience. Why? Of course, because it answers the questions of what the heck do I do with my hands? And then creating unique, memorable images. So Jasper says I should use a combination of emotional and functional messaging to connect with customers. I love it. So true. And when I go in to develop this further, I'm just going to copy that paragraph and ask Jasper to explain, give me examples of this. And I promise you, he's going to generate those examples and I won't even have to think that hard. Okay. So what marketing materials do I need? Number one suggestion from Jasper, brochures. I have thought about brochures forever. And so I'm trying to decide how to do a brochure. And now I have a better idea of either I can create a trifold that is targeted to all three of my demographics at once, or I could create 3 different brochures, each targeted to those specific audiences. And so that's something I'm going to play around with in my mind. And then I'll use Jasper to create the text for those brochures. And then I'll send it to somebody on Fiverr once I have my great photo or my great lifestyle photography from my product photographer. I'm so excited. I'm like, thank you, Jasper, for making this so easy. I don't even have to think about it. So what you want to do is you want to create visually appealing brochures that showcase your collection. In my case, it's my prop collection, and provide detailed information on features and benefits. And guess what? Jasper is going to write all of that information about the features and benefits, okay? Because my capacity is at the max. And so I use Jasper for everything, okay? And I'll just check what he does. And then usually it's pretty right on. All right. Number 2, infographics. All right. Infographics are great for maybe even using on your website. Have you thought about that? Like using an infographic as one of your product photos to answer the questions that people have? Because I don't know about you. I can all day put the information that people need about the product in the product description, but they're not going to read it. Guess what they are going to read? Whatever's in the photos, because they like to flip through the photos. So if you can make it super easy, I'm like, this is a great place to create infographics for my website. So the other great place that I would use this is also on Pinterest. So how you do this is you create infographics that highlight the unique aspects of your product, or in my case, my props, making it easy for potential customers to understand the advantages of my product. And then the third one, oh, my friend B is going to love this one so much because she's my partner on our podcast called the Simple and Smart SEO Show. If you haven't heard it, you can find it anywhere you can download a podcast. But testimonials are so important. So to collect and showcase these testimonials needs to be a goal for this upcoming collection, because I've got years and years of words from people who have used these props, who love the props, like pictures and reviews on Etsy, reviews on my Shopify site, reviews even on Amazon, even though there's not a whole lot there. The ones who do leave reviews, those are great words and great testimonials to be able to share. And a lot of times what we don't realize about testimonials and the power of testimonials, which as I'm thinking out loud, and since this is Knowledge Vomit, I'm going to go ahead and just follow this train of thought. This would be another great image to create in that product photo lineup, because again, sometimes people don't read on the page, but if they see a picture that said, "This is amazing," they're going to get that down deep in their soul before maybe they actually read the text on the page. Now, another little tidbit about testimonials and great feedback. So you got a 5-star review. I learned this from a Pagefly webinar that I was on. Take those chunks of text where she's amazing to work with, or my daughter loved this product, or whatever, and add it to your product title, because all of your product titles should be between 50 and 60 characters long. And sometimes it's, if you're selling like a red shirt, it's hard to make red shirt 50 to 60 characters. But if you put red shirt and then this is the softest material that you could imagine in quotation marks, that makes people pay attention. Okay. So moving on, brochures, information graphics, and testimonials. I'm so excited. Those are the only 3 things I have to worry about for the rest of the year. And I'm going to make that happen, my friend. All right. Number 4, let's talk about the marketing channels, like the ways that we actually get our information out to the people. They're also known as distribution channels or communication channels, and they're the different platforms and method that a business uses to reach its target audience, promote its products or services, or communicate its brand message. And you can thank Jasper for this definition. Thank you, Jasper. So these channels facilitate the connection between the business and its customers, helping to raise awareness we even exist out here and generate leads and then ultimately drive sales, which is the point of everything, right? That's the point of marketing. You want to do things that are going to ultimately drive sales. So Jasper gave me 5 things here. Now I put them in order of like priority to me, because obviously if you've been around me for more than 5 seconds, that SEO is the top of the game for me. All right. So the first thing is you want to optimize your website for search engines. And that means understanding, doing a little bit of research, finding out what words people actually use to describe the product that you sell. Let me give you just a quick example with these photo props, because I do have some senior photographers who shoot on location that will occasionally use my props. But what I didn't realize is that if you're shooting on location, that means that you're dragging along your camera, the bag, all the equipment that goes along with that. Those type of photographers, they don't have like the hands or the capacity to also carry giant photo props. So I realized there's a different niche of photographer, which is a studio photographer, that really benefits from our props, which makes sense because our product photographer, they have a photography studio, and that's where they're shooting these amazing pictures of our props. That's something that's really important to understand, is who's using your stuff and how are they using it, and what are the words that used to describe their business and what they're doing. Instead of just saying senior photo props, I use like studio photography props and different things like that. Okay. Now, some will encourage you to invest in search and display ads after a while. I like to invest in SEO and then like specific retargeting. So the video on retargeting and stuff, that's going to come later. But for right now, optimize your page. Okay. Number 2, email marketing. You want to build an email list of potential customers and then nurture them, which means continue to send them emails and express your love for them and the fact that they have invested in you and your product. And you want to send them like regular content, product updates, promotions, or maybe even photography tips. So, oh my gosh, I'm getting like a brain explosion right now because I'm thinking, why haven't I reached out to my photographers and said, hey, could you guys share a tip? Because then I could showcase a photographer in each one of my emails, which would make them more likely to probably open it. And even though it wouldn't be their tip, it'd be somebody else's tip. And it's just like a industry building tool. So that is a fantastic idea that Jasper just gave me, and I'm going to incorporate it. But the best way to get somebody on your email list, even though it's not like my favorite strategy or tactic or whatever, is just to give them a coupon, like, hey, 10% off if you sign up for my email list, blah, blah, blah. And then hopefully you can make it so valuable for them that they will stay with you and then buy from you in the future. All right. Number 3, another great idea from Jasper. He said to partner with influential photography blogs and websites to publish sponsored content, such as articles and reviews about your prop collection. And this will help build credibility and reach potential customers who are actively seeking photography resources. This is amazing because, I don't know, it was about 3 months ago now, I presented at a photography conference here in North Carolina. And then at the conference, we talked about blogging, and we talked about how I was going to write a blog about photography SEO for their website. And I haven't done it yet. So this is a great reminder, because this is a great way to build domain authority, get a backlink back to my websites. And this is a double whammy, because not only can I promote Crystal Waddell Knowledge Vomit, that type of stuff, but I can also promote obviously what we're talking about here, which is photography props, right? So anywho, number 3, photography blogs and websites. Find something like that you can partner with, where it's a mutually beneficial collaboration, and see how that can grow your brand. All right. Number 4, social media. All right. So we know, everybody knows social media, right? And everybody's, okay, you got to be on this one. I just post the same stuff everywhere. And because I'm trying to build a brand online, I don't care if you're on TikTok or if you're on Pinterest or if you're on Instagram. I want you to see the same stuff so that you start to recognize my stuff, my face, our product. And so that's what I would recommend for any e-commerce seller. Now, if you have some deeper brand messaging and all that type of stuff, then go for the super creative connection with your clients. But just make sure you're getting your stuff out there on social media. Just start there. And as you get better or have more resources, or you have somebody working on your social media, you can get more creative with it. All right. And then last one, number 5, photography forums. This makes me think of like Reddit and Quora and that type of stuff. But what Jasper suggested is that you engage with the photography community in forums, offering valuable insights and advice while subtly promoting your prop collection. So this could be Facebook groups, anybody where there is a captive audience, or anywhere where there's a captive audience of your target communities. Try to get in there, weasel in there, and just start providing value. I hate that thing, but it's true. Like, lead with some value, help them out, and then they'll start to recognize you as an authority, and they'll also probably want to do business with you in the future once they find out you have something they need. All right, number 5. So let's talk about budget allocation. This is like its own video. Like, I want to talk so much about like profit mindset and having a budget and all those types of things. But if you can determine your overall marketing budget and start to allocate funds, you will have a completely different mindset about marketing. Because I think when I first started, advertising felt like it's just like leaking money because you don't know if it's actually going to get any kind of return. And it's, I just wipe my butt with that money. But there's ways that you can do it in a smart way, even just spending $1 a day. But the best thing about budget allocation is that if you have said, I'm going to spend XY dollars on marketing, and you do, then it's just a decision. It's just something that you did. It's not money you lost. It truly is money that you invested, and you want to invest it strategically. Maybe do social media, find the best fit for you. Like I talked just a little bit about Reddit a little bit ago. If you genuinely interact on those types of forums, I've heard that Reddit and Quora have really low cost ads. So just a little insider tip that I picked up from somebody on somebody's podcast. All right. And so let's talk about measurement and allocation. This is the last thing, okay? Because you've got to measure what you're doing. So you've got to figure out a way to track the performance of your marketing efforts. So I see another video in the future of a tracking document to track these efforts. One thing that I do just in general is use Google Search Console so that I can see, okay, how many visitors are we getting to our website? How many clicks? What keywords are driving the traffic? What social platforms are bringing traffic? Like what landing pages are actually, or product pages are generating traffic? What blog articles are generating traffic? And once you have a baseline of those things, then that can help to inform your marketing plan and how you approach like retargeting ads and that type of stuff. So it's important to collect the data. Make sure you have Google Analytics set up on your website, because you need that data in order to analyze it and then look at it and see if there's some patterns that you can really capitalize on or maximize. So anyway, that's the last thing. We got to measure what we're doing. And then there's something that I always love to do. Once you've established like a strategy and you're on your way, one other thing I'd like to look at is something called a SWOT analysis. And that was the thing I was talking about before. That's going to be another video coming up. Look for it. A SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And this is where you really can get clear on what's working, what's not. And then any place you have a weakness, a lot of people think that's like a dirty word or something, but it's just how can we transform those weaknesses into opportunities, and how can we mitigate the impact of the threats? But we have to be aware. We have to at least create an awareness for ourselves of those things so that we can take a proactive approach to that. Anyway, that's it for today for our very first Knowledge Vomit video. I thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Crystal Waddell. Please follow if you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions down below, let me know. And if you go to crystalwaddell.com and you join my email list, you will get a link to my office hours, which are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. unless otherwise stated. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Definitely so glad to have you here. And I hope this helps. Use Jasper, use ChatGPT, whatever, create a marketing strategy, and then implement those ideas, and then go back and reflect on it, see what worked, see what didn't, and then make it even better for your business. So thanks for joining me for Knowledge Vomit. Hope you have a great day. Bye.